Today in math, we're going to focus on adding and subtracting decimals, but for this video, we're just going to review adding. So the problem that we have is 84 and 9/10 plus 463 thousandths. The first thing we want to do is estimate. This helps us know whether the sum or answer that we get at the end is reasonable or not. So if we were to round 84 and 9/10 to a whole number, the closest would be 85. And then if we were to round our other decimal, 463 thousandths, the closest whole number is 0. So our estimate is 85 plus 0, or 85. After you have estimated, you want to line up your decimal points. You'll see that the top decimal and the bottom decimal are lined up with all of their corresponding place values. The decimal point in the top decimal and the decimal point in the bottom decimal are lined up. You'll notice that the bottom decimal has more digits than the top. So what we can do is write zeros as a placeholder. We can add a 0 to the hundredths place, and we can add a 0 to the thousandths place. Let's go ahead and start adding. We'll start in our thousandths place. You can see the yellow arrow pointing to that place value. We have 0 thousandths plus 3 thousandths, and we get 3. We'll move to our hundredths place value next, which is 0 hundredths plus 6 hundredths equals 6. You'll notice as I'm adding the place value, I'm writing the answer right below it to keep it all in line. We can move to our tenths place, 9 plus 4, and here we get 13, so I'm going to need to regroup, and I'm adding a 1 over to the ones place. I automatically put my decimal point in line with the ones on top of it, and now I can move to my ones place, where I have 1 plus 4 plus 0, and I get 5. Finally, I move to my tens place. I have 8 tens, so at the bottom it's just 8. I now have my sum, 85 and 363 thousandths. You can see that the estimate we made in the very beginning of 85 is very close to the sum that we actually got when adding those decimals, so we know that our sum is reasonable. So we have solved 84 and 9/10 plus 463 thousandths equals 85 and 363 thousandths.